can I walk away from my house? And the answer to that really depends on whether or not you live in a state that has either anti-deficiency or one-action rule legislation. Now, the one-action rule states that a bank has an option of one action. That one action is to either foreclose and take the house or sue you in a lawsuit to collect money. There are 6 states in which these one-action rules exist. Now, in addition to the one-action rule, there is special legislation called anti-deficiency legislation. The anti-deficiency legislation essentially is that it prohibits banks from suing in addition to foreclosing. Now, there are 12 states that have enacted this anti-deficiency legislation. And this legislation, if you fall within the specific legislative guidelines, prevents a bank from suing you on your promise to pay your mortgage. What it basically says is that the bank has the right to foreclose, but does not have the right to sue you. Now, in those cases where anti-deficiency legislation or one-action rules exist, you will be entitled to walk away from your house without any lawsuit or any personal liability in connection with your loan. So therefore, if you have a $500,000 loan and you walk away from it, the bank cannot sue you for $500,000. Their sole and complete remedy is to foreclose on the house. It's important to note, however, that there are a number of states in which neither the one-action rule or the anti-deficiency rules exist. And so in those states, if you walk away from your house, the bank can sue you on the loan. So it's very, very important that you know whether or not you live in a state where there is anti-deficiency rules and or the one-action rule. In addition to that, you need to know whether or not your particular loan falls within the parameters of the enactment. What I mean by that is, even if you live in a state such as the state of California, which passed both a one-action rule and anti-deficiency legislation, if your loan does not fall within the specific guidelines of these consumer protection laws, then the bank can sue you. For example, many HELOCs, and in fact, most of the HELOCs that I have seen in the past 30 years do not fall within the anti-deficiency legislation or the one-action rule. With that said, it is important to note that you must analyze the specific loan documents to see if there is a guarantee, if it is a purchase money loan. There are other requirements, whether it relates to residential property. Actually, some of these rules